All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It is another beautiful. It's Tuesday, actually, and this is another episode of Gym Check-In. It's your boy Yasuke Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. Know it's been a little while since I give you guys an episode, but I'm back at it again, man. I'm always here for you guys. Go ahead and drop something in the comments. Let me know what you guys are working on. This is Gym Check-In. I want to know if how y'all getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? What you working on today? So. I'm here accompanied with my beloved brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Derek the Divine. I am back in Colombia. Um, I'm back in Colombia, so as you can see, a different background than the than the previous episodes. Follow me at Derek the Divine on Instagram, as well as follow my YouTube of me exploring Colombia, showing where I live, things that I do, food, culture, women, everything that is in Colombia. Follow me on YouTube at The Explorer. That's DA Explorer. And
Awesome.
yeah, hey, appreciate it, bro, for having me on your show.
Of
It's a
course, man.
pleasure.
Of course. So talk a little bit about your channel, man. What's the plans for before we get in to the
Well,
topics? What's your plans for the channel?
well, you could type in Medellin, Colombia, and you could see there's thousands, there's hundreds of channels of YouTubers doing doing what they do, or some of them allow a lot of them show the same thing. In my
Yeah.
personal opinion,
Uh-huh.
what makes my channel a little bit different is that what makes my channel a little different is that I am a foreigner and I'm living here. This is my official country. This is my official home. I'm also getting married to a Colombian woman. Um, so this is my day-to-day life of me doing this. I'm also going to attending a school to learn Spanish as well too. So you guys can watch me progress and learn Spanish as well. Um, yeah, that's what the channels is initially going to be about. It's just going to be about me living in Colombia. If you like my personality, then you'll fuck with it. If you don't, then I guess you could go somewhere else. But
Right.
yeah, that's what the channel is going to be about.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that you starting to record and document your process out there, man. I think it'll be a
Yeah,
beautiful thing, to have it documented and just like not only just starting the channel, but just having the documentate, like just having your experience documented, right? You're going through
yeah,
a big transformation right now. You're doing things that nobody, well, at least where we grew up, nobody would ever fathom, ever conceive. So the fact that you're
yeah.
recording it and that it'll be there for you to watch, as long as we have the internet, right? But
Hmm.
that's great, man. That's great. And I do plan on going back to Colombia here, hopefully soon, man. The women are too beautiful out there not to go back out there and figure out what I can find out there. But
You'll
anyways,
find something.
anyways, yeah, good on you starting the YouTube channel. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see more videos from you. All right. So today's topic, man, today's topic of gym check-in. We're gonna hit a few little things, but first of all, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, and it's been the elephant for the past few days, the past week, right? Is his name is let me make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. His name is Achraf Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi is a soccer player, a Moroccan soccer player who's worth more than $70 million, right? And the reason why this his name is so popular right now is because Hakimi had a wife who is an actress, I believe. Yeah, yeah, she's an actress, and decided to divorce him. And the big Uno reverse card that Hakimi played was he literally has no assets to his name. This is the first time we've ever seen a man of his caliber do something. That's like for example, Dr. Dre got divorced from his wife.
Mhm.
And that's like Dr. Dre pretty much having everything in his mom's name, and That's like big. That's really big, right? So what are your thoughts on that? We'll go ahead and pull up the little yeah.
What is my thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this?
His name is
Ar-
Araf Araf
Arkraf. Arkraf.
Arkraf. I hope I'm saying this right. Arkraf. W him. W him. W
Yeah.
him. He has me thinking on doing that. He has me. Honestly,
Same.
honestly, I'm most likely gonna go through the process and do the same thing too. Um, start putting assets underneath my brother's name, my mother, my father, and whatnot. But W him. I mean, that he did a great move. It's Uno. He did a smart move. Um and he did a smart move, and it's a W in my book. It's a W in
Right.
my book. I'm not sure what led to the divorce. I'm not sure what led to the divorce and everything like that, but
Yeah.
at least he gets to keep what he worked for and what he honestly deserves deserves.
Exactly. I think in today's world, divorce,
Yeah.
um, uh, women are incentivized to get divorced. They're
Yep.
incentivized to do it, right? And that means is, let's say, whatever, any little thing that happens, it could be big or it could be small, whatever. When that woman is thinking about her marriage,
Hmm.
she knows that she can get something out of it by getting
Yeah.
divorced, right? And so I'm not saying that obviously every divorce that happens is like, a woman trying to take a man's livelihood or his resources or whatever, but we are in today's modern world, especially in today's world, we're seeing more and more women, um, this is like a scheme, right? And women are open about it too. There's some women that are very, very vocal about it, and it's like, hey, marry him, you know, get get do what you got to do, and then split. You know what I'm saying? Take what you need and
Yep.
split, right? So I think the top 100 wealthiest women in the world, I think only two of them are actually self-made, like they made their own millions. Or well, let me try to look up the statistic. Uh,
While you look that up, while you look that up,
yeah,
in my personal opinion, this has to be a plan. This had to be a plan. This had to be her plan from the jump, because I'm reading. Her name is Hiba Abuak. She was born in she was yeah Hiba Abuak. She's only been dating the football player for since 2018. This is a recent marriage.
yeah,
And also she is 12 years older than Hakimi.
it's crazy.
So this had to be a plan. This had to be a plan. She's seen a young stud, a young soccer player that's blowing up, that's making a whole bunch of money. She realized that her value was depreciating. Her value was depreciated because
Right.
she's 12 years older than him. He's 24. So this chick is 36. This chick is
24.
36. He's
Yeah,
24.
yeah. She
And
really
she's
tried to pull a
36.
hat. She's trying
She
to play
definitely
him.
tried to pull. She definitely tried to play it. This was
Oh yeah.
definitely a play card. But W him, and I hope a lot of men see this. I really hope a lot of men see this, and I really hope a lot of men learn from this. Yes, she was born in Spain, Madrid. Um, but wow, like wow, So they weren't really married, bro. Like 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3. Like, well, bro, they were like married for 6 years. That's just beginning. That's getting your foot wet in marriage.
Right.
That's getting your foot wet in marriage. So definitely, she definitely, in my personal opinion, she definitely saw the opportunity. She saw a young, rising star. She's 36 and she's an actress, and we all know how women go in the acting world as they get older.
Right.
As they get older, they start falling off. It's like, nah, we need the younger, hotter girl.
And
So
she
she was
looked good
like,
too.
no, good. Don't get me wrong. She looked good, but she's still 36.
Right. And you look like pictures.
I mean, she still look good, but she's still 36. And it's like, all right, cool. And that's the thing. It's like, how long is that? How long is I mean, how long is that beauty gonna last as an actress, especially as an actress? Because when that young 22-year-old that can play the role and also look the role comes around, she's done. She's done. So it's like, how's she gonna get her bag? So she's like, you know what? Let me marry this rising football star and then divorce him. But like I said before, I don't know what's behind the scenes of a marriage, because in a marriage there's always stuff that people
Yeah.
that the public and people don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, as in this time, in this day and age, W Team Boys, Team Boys.
Hey
I'm
man,
sorry,
city boys.
City Boys,
City
we up.
boys. She is fine as hell though. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, she fine, but she fine, but she's still 36.
Yeah.
She fine, but she's still 36, and then boom, 40 comes around, and this dude's not even in his prime when she reaches 40.
Hey, he's not even in his prime yet. I
When
mean,
she's
well, like
reaching 40,
financially,
the time
yeah,
the
but
time the time he's 40, she's like 60.
yeah.
So
That's
it was what?
I'm just saying, like this is like a very intriguing story, man. I think this is going to definitely have a lot of implications later on down the road. Like I think a lot of men are going to start considering like putting their assets somewhere else,
Yeah,
man. Like it's a serious issue, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
She pulled the fast one. She pulled the fast one, and it's hey man, good luck to her. She might have to
yeah, good
pay
luck.
him some alimony.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
might have to pay him. He ain't got no money. He broke.
Apparently, yeah. She's gonna have to pay him alimony because I think she's worth like 5 million,
Yeah,
and he's broke. He's broke compared to her. So
yeah.
uh, yeah, this is honestly something that I think more men should be aware of, especially men that are up and coming, men that are growing, and that have this future. You know what I'm saying? Going for
Hmm.
them and whatnot. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, protect yourself at all times. You know
you
what I'm
gotta
saying?
protect your, you gotta protect yourself at all costs.
Protect yourself
It
at all
would,
costs.
yeah. Well, do they have kids? Can you fact check? They shouldn't have no kids. Like like half her eggs are gone. Oh.
She could definitely, she could definitely have children at her
Yeah, she could
age.
definitely have children, but I highly doubt they have children.
Two boys.
Two boys? Hey man, they're gonna learn something from their dad. They're
And
gonna learn
apparently he was accused of sexual assault. So
of what? Like of oh well, either or that does not have nothing. Well, either or that has nothing for her. That has nothing to do with her trying to seize his assets. In my personal opinion.
PSG
Um.
defender Achraf Hakimi indicted for rape but supported by his club. So he was indicted for rape, but he's still supported by his club, which which
Right, yeah.
already throws off like that shit made no sense. If he was indicted and why wouldn't his club drop him, right?
Bro, he's a bro. What is his name?
24
Keep going.
24-year-old Moroccan international has been accused by a woman of the same age who claims to have been assaulted on February 25th at the player's home. Okay, so see, I think this is one of the textbook cases of bro. These girls come back to try and take and take these girls try and come back to take that stuff, man. You good?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean
mean,
this is another case of I'm sure he was probably messing around with a girl. They probably had a good time or whatever, and
mhm.
she came back to his crowd. She came back to his house, and you know he probably laid the pipe, and
And then she try to come up one up on him,
yeah.
and yeah, you already know. She tried to come
So
up one up on
I
him.
think one of the biggest thing for me is the fact that he's still supported by his club, so he's still playing soccer. This is a
I'm,
this is a million dollar athlete, worth
right.
millions of dollars, and he's still playing soccer after being accused of sexual assault. So you know,
What I wanted to add, where there's a soccer. I don't know if it's Cristiano Ronaldo, but there's a soccer player, like a top tier soccer player that's not even married. That's not even married to the woman that he lives with, and he plays for, I think a Middle Eastern team, and even they allowed his girl to live with him in the country solely on because how good of a player he is, bro. So they they
right?
they somewhat bent the rules of their
Yeah,
religion.
they
They
got some
bent the
pull.
rules of their religion for him to just be on the team. So when it comes to soccer, football,
Yeah,
it's
I'm sure they
bro,
probably do bend a lot of rules
bro.
to
So
keep
it
players in.
so it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me when something like this is like the team is like, yo,
Yeah,
hey, hey man, you indicted, but you gonna play.
yeah. So,
you 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 indicted, but you gonna play. You gonna play. We need you.
right.
We need that World Cup.
So I mean, props to Hakimi for doing what he's doing. Hopefully, he didn't really do this is sexual assault accusation. I'm sure we'll
Right.
figure out at some point in time later on down the road if he actually did it or not. Which honestly,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know the guy, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. Hopefully, he didn't do it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, let's move on to the next topic. So the next topic, pull the screen back. So the next topic is another big topic that has been raging on the internet for the last couple weeks,
Hmm.
like days, couple weeks, right? And what's going on right now is Bud Light decided to make a statement, right? A bold statement, man. And
Yeah, bro.
I think this was a very like obviously everybody that's talked about it is like yo this is very dumb of Bud Light. This is very like why the hell would they do such a thing, So anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I'm talking about. Da, da, da.
I don't be really drinking beer like
I mean,
that.
I really don't be drinking beer, but it is a
but I
story
can,
that
yeah.
definitely needs to be shared, So
Uh-huh. I could
I'm gonna go
definitely
ahead and
see that. I
bring.
could definitely see the outrage.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so right here we got it up. It says Bud Light kicked the hornet's nest and ran away. So basically, What Bud Light, dude? If you don't know who this is on there, Bud Light can. His name is Dylan Mulvaney, and Dylan Mulvaney he's a famous trans person on the internet, on Twitter, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow Bud Light came to him or whatever, and Bud Light was like, "Look, we're gonna put him on the can. He's gonna be in the commercial. We have a commercial. We'll go ahead and watch it right now, but he's on the can." He's in the commercial, and there's absolute outrage over it. And let's go ahead and watch the video, and we'll talk a little bit more. So
Mm-hmm.
here, I think this is just a video that he posted. Okay, so I think let me know if there's sound on this.
Hi, impressive
Is there sound? Was there sound on that?
Yeah, I heard that.
carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports.
Bro, we're living in Babylon.
Yeah, we are. He'll definitely, he'll definitely fool some dudes, bro.
But
And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay.
so yeah, Bud Light got a lot of heat from doing this, making Dylan Mulvaney, spokesperson or brand ambassador or whatever you have it for Bud Light, and it's actually caused a huge uproar in a lot of communities because Bud Light is a drink that mainly targets usually either young frat like men that drink a lot like Bud Light and drink the beer or whatnot, or older working class American conservative men typically are drinking Bud Light, and these are the kind of men that typically do not agree with Dylan Mulvaney's life choices. So we're seeing the typical go woke go broke thing happening right now, right? So apparently Bud Light lost like 30% of their earning or their revenue. They lost a lot of money. So
Dang.
hold on, let's see if we can see some of this. I wonder if they put some of this up.
Dang.
So this guy Travis Tritt said, "I will delete all my Anheuser-Busch products," and Anheuser is the parent company to Bud Light. And so literally it said Kid Rock shot up several cases of Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? Like all these country artists, like all these, there's like a couple country artists, right? There was this one dude, I don't even know who it was, man, but he was performing and somebody threw a Bud Light can, because I guess this is like a thing where like somebody will throw him a beer and he'll like shotgun it or he'll drink it on stage or something like that. Somebody threw him a Bud Light can and he held it and he was like, y'all out of he said, y'all out of your mind, and he just dropped on the floor and it just like exploded. And then somebody threw him a Coors Light and he freaking kicked it back. Or no, he threw it to the drummer and the drummer shotgunned it. And like, bro, I'm telling you, like this is yeah, go ahead.
The one thing is, what will compel Bud Light to do this?
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because we know Bud Light knows their demographic. That all American sports watching and or
Men,
just solely all
mainly
American
men.
sports watching men that are against this movement, that are
Yeah,
against this movement. So what will compel them to do? They had to know that their sales was good.
yeah, they
They
had to know,
had
right? But they did it. They
had
did it anyways. And the thing is, the thing about today's world, bro, as long as you're being talked about, it's a good thing. As long as you're being talked about, nobody is talking about Bud Light. Nobody cares about Bud Light now, but now everybody's talking about Bud Light, right? None of us, me and you, we don't drink Bud Light. Now that I think about it, bro, honestly, I could probably go for a cold ass beer. Sometimes a cold
yeah,
beer to feel just you be hitting like, yo, this is good. Yeah, you crack it back like a Modelo or something
bro. Have one after the gym,
after the gym.
bro. Have a cold
Cold
beer
brew.
after. Me, I have like a since I'm in Colombia, I have like a
Yeah,
poker or something.
yeah,
If I have that and I train hard, bro,
yeah,
yeah, it be hitting right.
yeah.
It
Sometimes
be
a cold
hitting
beer, sometimes
right.
that shit hit right. Like, damn, like
Hitting
it's
right.
refreshing. It just like kind of
It hitting
refreshes you.
right.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
hitting right. And also it's also in my opinion, a beer is a great source of carbs, bro.
Right.
It's a great source of carbs. It's like
But typically,
I've had like say if I didn't eat, say if I'm like if I say if I didn't eat and I was gonna train like at night,
yeah.
and it's like, all right, cool, I want to eat dinner after the gym, bro. I would have like a beer. I would have a beer and I'd be good.
Uh,
I'll sip on a beer and I'll just be like, all right, cool, I'm good and whatnot. Nothing too strong, but anyway,
I
like
think
you were saying,
I think overall, right? I think what's happening here in America and what we're seeing in America is number one, we're seeing the push towards educating and indoctrinating children into the whole trans and just LGBT, you know, way of life, right? And even at the age like could you imagine being in third grade and somebody coming into your class and talking to you about your own sexuality? Like I wasn't even conceiving this stuff when I was in grade
and
school,
and that's
right?
and that's and that's the plan.
And that's the issue. That's the main issue that these conservative Americans that are in uproar about is number one, they're in the schools, right? They're penetrating the schools. There's teachers that support this. There's teachers that have their classrooms built around this whole idea that of changing your gender and affirming to, you know, being whatever you want and stuff like that. I think for the most part, America as it is, the typical Americans as it is, nobody really cares if a grown ass man goes off and he goes and does that shit, right? He's like, all right, cool. He goes off and he goes and does it. It's against everything that most people, you know, are comfortable with being around, right? But he went off and he did it, and nobody's trying to like figure, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shoot, this dude did some weird shit, right? And I'm calling it weird because it's not normal, right? We can't say, oh no, we can't say that this is like normal human behavior because most people would do
That's
it.
weird. It's weird.
It's a small minority of people that go off and they do this, right?
This
And
shit weird.
and so we're living in these times where this small minority has this gigantic political push, right? They can do what they want. They can swing. They're pretty much swinging their, no pun intended, swinging their nuts around and uh, pretty much like uh, destroying everybody, right? I don't know how it's happening, but you know, a lot of these bigger corporations and even the government, right, is supporting all this, right? And overall,
But
though,
we living
what
in Babylon.
we're
We're
living in
living in
Babylon,
Babylon
we're living in Babylon,
because
man.
it doesn't make sense to do this. It doesn't make sense
Yeah, it
to
doesn't.
promote it.
Like,
It's not
if you a
making
grown,
sense to me.
if you a grown man and you go and do what you want to do, then do what you want to do, man. Like as a grown man, like I really don't care. No, I don't think any American is really going to, until you start penetrating into people's homes, and then like we got to see it on television, or like we see it like,
But
you know what I'm saying, and
but
that's
but
where
the
people
but
get upset about it.
but the thing is, they are penetrating into people's homes because if they're introducing children to this, when these children grow up in these homes with these conservative parents, their parents is like, yo, I ain't teach you this shit. What the hell you learning this?
Right. So big issue that is happening in today's world, and I'm seeing more and more people actually push back against it, right? I think more and more people are vocalizing that it's like, no, I don't agree with what they're doing. I don't agree with how they're trying to bring kids into it and stuff like that. I don't agree with none of that stuff, right? And I think we're starting to see more and more people being more open about it, whereas probably like 2, 3, 4 years ago, most people were very not vocal, right? Your camera's like a little frozen. Um, most people were not vocal about this, right? They didn't want to say it. They didn't want to upset anybody. They didn't want to upset the powers or whatever. Nobody wanted to lose their job and stuff like that. So those are the kind of times that we're living in. But I think things are gonna make a swing. Things are gonna make a turn, maybe in some time in the future, right? It's all political. Most of the time when I see it, it's all political agenda. It's all political. They're trying to do what they have, do what they want to do, and influence people's lives. And a lot of people don't want it. And the big deciding factor is, oh, all right. So my brother just disconnected. I think I'm sure he'll join up here in a second. But the big deciding factor is whether or not people want it, right? You can't force things down somebody's throat, especially here in America. We're living in this free country, right? Where if somebody doesn't want to educate their kids on this, then they don't have to, right? It's like, no, like I don't want to do this, right? We're going to start to see things change, right? I think one of the main things that we're going to see change, and he's trying to join. I think one of the main things that we're going to see is, number one, we're going to start seeing schools start to be reformed, right? So I think people that have the money, people that have the resources, are going to start investing into different alternative schools for their kids. All right, I think he's back on. All right, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, that Matrix, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
The Matrix, man. They're like, what? You've been saying the T, you've been saying the T word too much, and they're like, all right, cut the stream, cut the
So
stream.
I'm getting
echo.
You're getting an echo from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're.
Are you using your earbuds to hear?
Yeah, I'm using my earbuds.
I think either
your mic or your earbuds.
Are your
earbuds mic?
Yeah.
So then is your mic on?
This mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not using it. This is just this is connected.
Is it off?
It's off. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I don't know why I'm getting. It's pretty clear too.
Are you still getting it?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Echo?
But I'm getting echo.
Yeah.
Where's the sound
coming out?
The sound is coming out my headphones. Give me 1 second. Let me
It's all good.
Nah, I can fix this. Wow. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Echo?
No echo.
All right, cool. Just give me 1 second.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So I was explaining what are the implications of what's going on and how I think some things are going to change. Right. I think number one, there's going to be school reform. So I think
Mm-hmm.
people with money and resources are going to start investing into alternative schools that don't teach their kids this stuff and that are more strict on just academics and and just being social. You know what I'm saying, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the main thing is going to be like schools and things like that because people don't want their kids to be indoctrinated into this stuff, man. Like, could you imagine? Like I was saying before, could you imagine being in third grade and somebody's telling you that you could be a woman?
Bro, if that would have happened during us, yo, our parents would have been like, yo, y'all going to Dominica?
They
Our
would
parents
have
would be
sent us
like, all
back
right,
to the
cool.
island,
They would have they would have withdrew us all out of school, and they would have just moved us to the island. They'd be like, all right, cool,
right?
you fire for that. No, we
No,
got
like
no arguments, no pushback or anything.
right,
No,
and
like, all right,
we're
cool. I'm
we're
good.
we're
Go somewhere else.
but we're living in that world, man. We're living in that
Yeah.
world, and it's honestly terrible. And even outside of just the LGBT um, thing, right? Teachers pushing their ideals onto their students, like their ideological, like whatever is going on in their life and in their mind, they're pushing that onto their students, man. And I don't think I've ever had a teacher ever from K through 12 that's ever tried to make me believe something or like try to indoctrinate or you know what I'm saying? Like they're not trying to impose some kind of thought process onto you.
Right.
Never. And in today's world, more and more teachers are doing such a thing, bro. People I think people hold teachers to a high regard. And in today's world, bro, I don't think that is the case, dog. A lot of teachers that are teaching students. I'm talking about the grade school. I'm talking about, like Mrs. So and so is taught me how to read or whatnot. She's doing drugs. She going out. You know what I'm saying? This Mr. So and so is smashing this other teacher, and they probably they're going out drinking on the weekends, and they doing all this stuff.
Recently, there was a teacher that was that got arrested because she was holding a fight club in her 6th grade classroom,
Bro.
like a legit fight club. Like she was like, yo, if y'all got beef, y'all settle it right here. Just don't record it. But there's always going to be the few students. And she was fighting, and she was, bro. It was so serious. She was even throwing like rematches. She was like, "Yo, you got beat up. You want to run the fade again and stuff like that." She was throwing. She was having like a fight club in her classroom. As cool as it sounds, that's
as cool as it sounds, it is
that's unacceptable. As crazy as cool as it sounds, that's unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable. You're supposed to be molding the minds of the youth, and that's the scary part because these teachers are molding the minds of the youth.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
molding the minds of the youth. I was watching this one video, right, of this teacher. She was completely woke. She was awake. She was completely woke because she still had her mask on. Her mask said Black Lives Matter. She was explaining to herself she has wristbands. She has these wristbands.
Yeah.
And she has these wristbands that have different colors. And each color represents on her pronouns on what she wants to be called that day. So if she has a pink wristband on, she's referred as she, her, whatever. If she has a blue one, she's referred as he, him. If she has a white one, she's referred as they, them. And if she has a red one, she's I don't know.
You're
I don't know,
confused.
but
Like that shit is confusing so much people.
But it's sick, bro. It's sick. It's sick. Like I can't sit there and watch that. I seen another video of a whole bunch of people just screaming, protect trans rights, protect trans rights. Protect trans rights. What rights do they do not have? They can go into the same grocery stores I can go into. They can vote.
Like
They
they
can do
made,
everything I
you know
can
what they
do.
did? You know what they did? Because like
They can
there
probably
was
even do more stuff than I could do.
there was human rights, right? There was human rights, and they created their own category, and then demanded that they have rights for it. That makes no
What?
sense. They created their own category. That's like, you know what? I need something more than just human rights. I need this human rights thing is not enough. I need something more than human rights.
What more do
And
they want?
bro, the only way, like, and if you note it, if you really pay attention to it, the only way that they can even stay relevant is if they're like they have to be some kind of like,
Conflicting. They have to
yeah,
be.
like
They
there
have to
has
be
to be.
fighting. They have to be fighting.
There's never
They,
going to be a time, and that's how you have to really understand that this stuff is political, because there
Mhm.
has to be some kind of like this
there,
going
ha-
on.
there has to be
has to
fighting.
be.
There has
Without
to
it,
be
there's
some sort of
they're
fighting.
irrelevant.
They
Nobody's going
can't.
to talk about it.
They can't just be quiet and just, hey, if you want to dress as a dude, or if you want to dress as a girl, go ahead. Go ahead. Go be my guest. Go to the grocery store, go shopping, all that, be my guest. But they have to make themselves known. They have to be
Yeah.
like, I am trans and I am here. Roar. Roar. It's like, oh, you guys are, oh my gosh. It's me, man. It's like, bro.
Like nobody, like that's like, I think I was listening to Matt Walsh, and he was like,
But Matt Walsh, he's Matt
"You
Walsh
be
is like
roasting these dudes."
he's like a how about, what is he like? He's like a warrior, and he just be. So what is a woman? Or he would be like, or he had a good one. He got somebody with a good one. So he's like, so say if you are an EMT, and there is a man with a penis, there's a or whatever
Oh
there's a
yeah,
human
yeah,
with a penis, and he says, I'm having a miscarriage. What are you gonna tell him?
right. Like, are you gonna try? Are you gonna check? Are you gonna check to see like what's
Are
going
you gonna check
on
to
and stuff like
see?
that?
Uh,
Like,
uh,
and
uh, uh,
yeah, and the girl in the crowd was just like speechless, because it's like, dude,
the dude in
this
the crowd,
dude or girl, I don't know. It was a
the
person with
dude,
long. It was a person with long hair, so that's all I remember.
and no, the dude. The
Right,
dude, for me, it's the dude, because
right.
if you are going to sit here, if you are going to sit,
I think we disconnected again. Uh, see if we reconnect. Is what is, y'all.
yeah,
We do it live.
yeah,
There we go,
I'm back.
live. Mhm.
You are a biological male. You're a dude. You're a dude. I'm sorry, you are a dude. You are a dude. I don't care how you're feeling that day. I don't care.
Yeah.
The world doesn't owe you anything. The world doesn't, bro. Why would we need to lie? You are a dude. I am ready, bro. I am ready. If one of these transformers come across my way, I'm gonna be like, yo, you're a dude. You're a dude.
like doing that, man. It
The thing is, I'm not gonna go out of my way and tell them that I'm not gonna be like, all right, they're on the
I'm
other side.
gonna just avoid them.
No, I'm not gonna be on the other side of the store. But like,
I'm gonna personally just
say if
avoid.
I'm at the gas station and I want to go inside and go get me like a Monster or something like that, and there is a transgender person working the counter, and I say, all right, appreciate it, sir, and they start going off on me, I just look at them and be like, you're a dude, and just walk away. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and engage with them. I'm not going to bat, because they thirst off the battle. They thirst off the fight.
Yeah, you can't be giving them.
You can't. You just gotta look at them.
Yeah, bro. Like they're like, you can't be out here. Can't be out here doing that stuff, man. Like it. There's only so much that I can say about it. I've already spoken as much as I can about it. It's like, dude, if you are a grown ass man, go ahead and do what you want to do,
Yeah.
but don't expect society and everybody else to agree with what you're doing. Don't expect society and everybody else to affirm to whatever lifestyle you decided to go for or whatnot. Because most of the time, if you go ahead and you do something that is against what the majority is doing, and this has always happened throughout human history, you're ostracized, and you're ostracized simply on the fact that you have done something or you're doing something that nobody else agrees with. Majority of us don't agree with it, and you should know that. It's like you should know that, hey, if I'm going off and I'm gonna go do this with my life, a lot of people are not gonna agree with it. A lot of people are probably gonna avoid me. That's how my life is gonna be. You accept that, move about your life, right? It should be a 1-2 thing, but no, like there needs to be a conflict. And I think a lot of them, they go out into the world and they try to find the conflict, right? Whereas they can't just exist and go watch Netflix in their house and just do that
No,
shit, right?
they go out and they definitely go out and find the conflict.
They go out and they find the conflict.
They do that on purpose. That whatever that man is, he knew Matt Walsh. He probably paid to talk to Matt Walsh.
Dude, Matt Walsh be slow cooking these dudes.
Bro, Matt Walsh just be like, what is a woman? Next.
Nobody's defined that. Nobody's been able to define it.
Nobody can. Nobody can.
And the simple fact of the matter is this.
And let me caveat on this because I know I'm babbling a lot, but even bro, it's so this idea is so whatever it is. Even women can't even describe. Even some women can't even describe what they are. Even some biological women can't even be like, what is a woman? There's some women out there that's agreeing like, well, a woman is what you identify as, and it's like, what?
And the thing about it is, women don't understand that they're the ones that are losing. Because like, I don't think men are really threatened or even care if a girl decides to go be a man. Because we've dealt with dykes and like girls that like act like men, and I've seen it in high school and stuff like that. We're not really like worried about that. Like if a girl decides to mutilate herself and transform into a man, nobody's like, oh shit, like
because
she's gonna
we look at it like you can't keep up.
Yeah. Like that's how like she's not gonna be doing sports like male sports. She's not gonna be doing
it's like you can't keep up.
At the end of the day, like you could do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say, right? Live however you want to live, right? That's completely fine. But like for most, like for the girls trying to transition to a man, no man is sitting there like thinking like, oh shit, like
bro, we looking at her like you can't keep up. In fact, we're gonna act even more manlier. We're gonna be like, you know what? Let's act more manlier. All right, cool. Right. Hey, Susie, can you go grab that barrel over there with the working on construction site? Can you grab those barrels with rocks? We need for you to carry all that stuff like that. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have her do it, and the one girl that recognized she's a chick on the construction site, we're gonna be like, all right, cool, just stand there and conduct traffic just with the sign. That's it. That's all you get to do. You relax, and she's gonna be like, cool, bet. All right, cool. We're gonna be the one walking over there and be like, hey, you need some water? You need some water or anything? You good? All right, cool, bet. As of Susie, we're gonna be like, hey, come on, what you doing? You tired? We got things to do.
Yeah.
That's how men are. We're gonna be like, yo, what are you doing? We got things to do.
Yeah.
We got things to do. As of men that's trying to portray women, I can see that's an issue.
So that's a big issue because
that's the issue.
Men can actually compete against.
Women, that's the issue. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I have to see them both as an issue. I have to see them both.
Oh yeah,
I have to
like
see them both as an
obviously, like
issue.
it is obviously something that
I have
is
to
an
see them
issue on
both as
both
an issue.
sides,
But
but
as men,
predominantly,
we don't take dykes as serious as we take transgender men.
yeah, we don't.
We don't. We're like, okay, dude. Hey, man, but hey, honestly, the only person that's fighting for the only person that is fighting for this to stay alive is women, is majority women. But
Yeah.
the only people that are protecting it and keeping it around are men.
What do you mean?
Meaning women can't protect this whole idea of transgenderism and keep it around.
Right.
They can raw on the street. That's all you see.
Yeah.
Raw when it's time to raw on the street, it's majority women. But when it
Yeah.
comes to setting the laws, when it comes
Yeah.
to they're there, they can do this, they're in there, right? It's men that's doing it. It's men
Yeah.
that's protecting it. It's men that's protecting it. Biological men, not transgender men in high places. These are biological men.
Yeah.
But hey,
I mean,
hey,
society is going to be met with all these issues, and we're bound to be met with these issues because, truthfully, in truth, I think that our higher conscious, like our the mind, when I see all this stuff, it's like the mind is a very complicated thing, man. It's very complicated, it's very complex, and it's like I see this guy on this Bud Light commercial, whatever. He really truly believes that he's a woman. Something in his mind clicked, right? I don't like he believes it in his own world, right? So there's like beliefs that you have about yourself, right? That you believe to be true. In his
Right.
own little world, he's created this persona that he is a woman. And I'm just like,
I personally think that he questions himself every day, but as we walk out into society affirms that you are a woman. And he's like, okay, I am. Then he goes back home and he questions himself.
right.
He questions himself. And he needs to be out in public. He needs he needs Bud Light on his side just to tell him. He's like, yes, I need to be told that I am. But really, but I personally believe, but really, when he's sitting by himself and it's just himself and God, bruh, come on. When it's just himself and he's just sitting there because every man sits there and they think to themselves. That's a man thing. Every man just thinks to themselves. Yeah. And when he's thinking to himself, he's just like, damn, am I a woman? And then somebody, a woman. And then when he goes in his fridge and sees his cans on his Bud Light, sees other transgender men on Playboy magazine and all this stuff, he's like, yeah, I am. So essentially, society is affirming this. Yeah. Society's affirming this, and it's just playing into his illusion, bro. Yeah. This delusion.
But could you imagine, like, somebody, like, could you imagine having to be affirmed that you're male? Like, somebody has to affirm to you that, like you need the affirmation that, like,
that's insane.
That you're a guy.
That's exactly.
Or you're like, it's like, bro, like I can sit there in a forest alone and
be like, I'm a man.
I'm a man, right? And
it's like undeniably. In fact, I don't even have to question that in my mind. I don't. That's something where it's like I don't have to question that. But as of that dude, that gentleman, bro, when he goes home and he's by himself and it's just him and God. Because remember, these people throw out God. They throw out God because it opposes it. It opposes them. They throw that's a first. They're like, yo, religion ain't real and all this. That's the first thing they throw out. But every man has their day when they sit down. Every biological male has their, I don't know what it is, where they sit down and they think to themselves, and he's thinking to himself, and he's just like, yo, how long can I keep this up for?
Right. How long can I keep this up?
How long can I keep this up for? And hey, man, and as of women, I guess they're gonna have to. I don't know what they're gonna do with their sports. I don't know what they're gonna do with their sports, because there's gonna be all dudes in there. It's gonna be like
about to be all dudes in there now.
All dudes up in there, bro.
Because the guys know, if these guys know that, okay, I can get an Olympic medal, or I can get gold medal, or I can, like, you seen the freaking the powerlifting coach, right, in Canada. There was a powerlifting coach in Canada that signed up in a competition as a woman and beat the high record. I mean the world record, or not the world record, the national record, by 100 pounds. And he did that to make a statement, because the last record holder was a trans dude that is powerlifting as a woman. So the coach literally was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna just enter the competition as a woman, and I'm gonna just freaking blow your freaking thing out of the water, right? So it's like legit. And I literally think it's like a bubbling sheet piece of paper. It's like, are you a man or a woman? Female. And you compete with the females.
All right, watch.
That's it. That's it.
I'm a troll, bro. I'm a troll. Let me do that and be like, what they having? A running or a cycling competition, or some sort of lifting in the gym? Yep, I identify as a woman. I'm about to really set the record. Right. That's what he did. He went in. He's like, bro, I'm gonna add 100 pounds on it. 100 pounds is a lot.
Yeah, 100 pounds.
100 pounds is a lot.
Yeah, but
so and the thing is, it's going to start another effect where the other person's going to be like, you know, I'm gonna beat that. I'm gonna sign up as a woman. I'm gonna beat that.
Yeah, now all the guys are gonna sign up as women just to beat, and not all the women who are powerlifters that train to be powerlifters are never gonna have a personal record ever.
Well, they need to say something. They need to say something. You heard about the that one woman that got attacked, the swimmer?
No.
She got attacked by a trans man.
No, I didn't. What happened?
Hey man, she lost. I believe she lost the competition, and she was like all down about it. And she was like, "Well, you know, I wouldn't have lost if there wasn't a man out here playing." And dude was like,
"Oh, really?"
Dude was like, "What? You think I'm a dude?" Then like the Boondocks moving up. Hey, and it's like, and the thing is, it's like, bro, it's oh my god, because at the end of it, it's coming. It's a global spread. I see it out here in Colombia. It's coming.
Oh, really?
It's coming. Yes, it's coming.
You know, it'd be really weird.
It's a global spread.
You know, it'd be really weird if they had biological men compete in like bikini competitions and like fucking wellness and women's bodybuilding.
Honestly, I think the next phase of once they pass this, the next phase is fornication with children.
Oh yeah, that like this whole thing opens that back door. It opens that back door.
Yep. That's the next phase. That is the next thing. And next thing you know it, that's the next thing. Bro, it's just like, bro, you just and with women divorcing men and you know, relate, bro, it's
Babylon.
Babylon, bro. It's Babylon. It's just like
Babylon.
Man, it's bro. Just move to the Middle East, bro. Straight up,
bro.
Saudi Arabia.
Move to the Middle East and start
Saudi Arabia.
Start praying 5 times a day, man.
Yo, bro, and the thing is, men would do that. Real
Yeah.
men would do that to save their way of life.
Yeah. Everybody's thinking about it too. Everybody's like,
bro,
everybody's
a lot of
legit
people's
thinking like,
thinking
yo,
about
I can't have a family in this country.
A
I
lot
can't
of
raise a
people.
kid out here. I can't do this.
A lot of people. In fact, a lot of men are starting to think about religion too. A lot of men are thinking like,
go
yo,
back to religion.
Like, why is this happening? Why is this thing? Because think about it. There's men at home right now that are sitting back and watching their daughters divorce their husbands. There are men at home sitting back and watching their sons become women. There's men that's sitting here and witnessing like, what's going on? What's going on? And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And society incentivizes men to just be weak.
Yeah.
To be extremely weak.
In any other era, any other period of time, men would have shut this stuff down.
Bro, we need a war.
What, it's like a civil war? Or
not
like
a civil war. We need an actual war, like Russia or China need to pop off on us.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to pop off on us. But who knows? The time we get back, the time the men get back, it might be even a bigger clown world.
Yeah.
It might even be a bigger clown world.
Worse for sure. Or maybe
China
not.
wasn't.
Maybe not. I think there'll be like a baby. I think there'll definitely be a baby boom.
Oh yeah, there will be a baby boom.
If men go to war knowing that like they might not come back, then I think there'll be a lot of women that will get pregnant just because it's like, damn, I don't know if I'm going to come back, so you might as well carry this child. And I think that's a lot of women's imperative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once they're in that state, you know, to have this man's child or whoever's child, right? And then, you know, we all go off and die in war.
Right? And you want to see all the transformer men gonna be like, I'm a biological woman, so I don't have to go. Bro, you think our military playing with that?
I really want to know what what is the protocol to that? What is the actual protocol to that? Like,
bro, it's America. We'll handle that once it gets there. We'll handle that once it gets there, man.
Bro, hopefully, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
hey,
our world.
Grab some popcorn and sit back and watch.
Yeah.
Grab some popcorn, sit back, and just make sure you record everything of this year. Bro, it's like take me back to 2019. Take me back to 2019 before the
2017, 2018, 2019.
2019. That was bro. A whole virus came by and just changed our lives.
Yeah, the world's truly changed.
Men and women were at home together, and now they can't even stand each other. Yeah, man.
But those are the topics for today. We're gonna go ahead and close out the show. Appreciate everybody for dropping by. There were a few people that dropped in. I don't think they dropped any comments, but I see you guys pop in. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Next time, go ahead and drop a comment in. Let me know who you are. Let me know, show me a little bit of love because I appreciate you for coming in here, man. Anyways, those were the topics for today. Mm-hmm. If you enjoyed the content, man, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, share the video with your friends and family. If you share videos with your family, you know what I'm saying. I am Yasuke Fitness. This is Jim Check-In. This topic is a very, very, very different than what we usually talk here at Jim Check-In. But I wanted to make Jim Check-In a place to where I can talk about my own ideas and ideas of others, and we could talk about things that we agree with, things we disagree with, things that are happening in the news, things that are happening in the world, right? So as this world gets more and more bizarre, we're gonna have more discussions, right? So we're gonna definitely have more people on. Typically, we're like a lot of these discussions are gonna be between me and my brother because we just be going at it with when it comes to a lot of these discussions. So I really appreciate him for coming on. Go ahead and plug them in with anything that you got going on, and any website, the YouTube as well, and Instagram or anything like that.
Yeah, guys. This was a great episode. Follow me at Derek the Divine on Instagram, as well as go on my YouTube, The Explorer, DA Explorer. Watch my life in Colombia. Watch me grow, learn Spanish. I'll show you guys food, show you guys everything. And while you're there, just leave a comment. Just leave a comment. So the channel's still new, so I'm open to taking different ideas and taking different approaches on it. Yet again, I thank Yasuke Fitness for having me on his channel. It's always a pleasure and an honor. Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So that's it. That's all today for episode. That's it for today's episode. Gym Check-In episode 21. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to talk about some cool stuff, man. Appreciate you guys for coming in. And we are out of here.
Here. Peace.
Peace.